It's difficult to understand the purpose of last night's impeachment vote. Why should the upper house of the U.S. Congress pass judgment on Donald Trump when Democrats already have a plan B? The House Judiciary Committee says it will continue to investigate Donald Trump regardless of the outcome. But what else is left to investigate? Well, the House Judiciary Committee is saying that they will resurrect the dead, i.e., the Mueller report. This will give them a chance to get back to their roots and bring up that old Russian collusion agenda. And they can get the impeachment hearings going all over again.
The public version of the Mueller report contains numerous redactions. These Rule 6e redactions withhold information about President Trump's knowledge of his campaign's contacts with Russian officials and WikiLeaks, and therefore bear on whether the president committed impeachable offenses.
Yes, same old, same old. Even though Bob Mueller found no evidence of Trump-Russia collusion, it's all about belief these days. The Democrats should look into some very solid facts, like the recent ruling from the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court regarding the surveillance against Carter Page. Now, that's the very Carter Page who is Trump's former foreign policy advisor. Just the very next day, Michael Horowitz, Inspector General of the U.S. Department of Justice, rebuked the FBI for failures during the early stages of the Russia probe. He revealed 17 different omissions and inaccuracies in the Carter Page warrant applications. And furthermore, they included doctored documents and concealed information.
There are so many errors, we couldn't reach a conclusion or to make a determination on what motivated those failures. Although we did not find documentary or testimonial evidence of intentional misconduct, we also did not receive satisfactory explanations for the errors or the missing information and the failures that occurred.
Now, James Comey, who was the FBI director at the time of the investigation, admitted that his bureau was sloppy in how they investigated Donald Trump and his team. Furthermore, the infamous Steele dossier, which started the entire Russia probe, was not as important as it was made out to be.
It was one of a bunch of different facts that were assembled to apply to the court. It was the one that convinced the lawyers that they had enough now with that added to the pile to go forward.
I guess the question is, it seemed that you were minimizing the role of the Steele dossier.
If I was, then I'm sorry that I did that.
Now, Comey also said that he does not care how credible Steele's allegations were.
They didn't conclude the reporting from Steele was bunk. They concluded there were significant questions about the reliability of some of the subsource reporting. That should have been included in the renewals. But when I briefed the president, I briefed him on a small part of it that I told him I didn't know whether it was true or not. I didn't care.
In fact, he didn't care about the investigation at all.
In general, I didn't know what they'd learned from the subsource. I didn't know the particulars of the investigation.
But this isn't some investigation, sir. This is an investigation of the campaign of the man who is the president of the United States.
Now, the narrative that Donald Trump colluded with Russia in order to win the 2016 elections hasn't really panned out. However, the narrative that Donald Trump has been inappropriately investigated by people who have an agenda of trying to bring down his presidency is getting stronger by the day. Now, some people might look at this case and say to the Democrats, stop beating a dead horse, just let this Russia stuff go already. But it could be more dangerous to Trump's rivals than they realize. It could be a case of stop beating this dead horse before it comes back to life, turns around, and sinks its teeth into you.